Yo, 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 yo. What it do? RB22 here, Text Ring of Fire episode 33. I got Harry out of San Antonio. Got Sam out of Houston. What's going on, boys? How you guys doing?
Cheers, guys.
I'm good.
Cheers.
I'm good.
You said to bring the beers. I'm bringing some Alamo Beer Company from San Antonio, a hazy street IPA. So cheers to you guys.
I brought my water.
Chocolate milk, Sam. We talked about this. Chocolate milk.
You got to have some kind of calcium going on, I guess. But yeah, man, so no sunshine going on today. I guess the weather is crazy here in Texas. If you're not in Texas, we have some cold weather, some cold temperatures. So he's actually in Frisco. Now he's in Dallas, but I guess it makes a difference because it's more north, right? Frisco is probably about, 100 miles north of Dallas?
Not 100, but yeah, it's yeah.
Obviously not. But yeah, man, so no sunshine today. We'll see, if he can end up getting some connection. Obviously, we do have some kind of connection from Dallas, right? But, it is what it is. How you guys doing? What's up, San Antonio? What's up, Houston? You guys all right?
So
how's the weather over there?
San Antonio's cold, but I grew up in Colorado, so I wore my hoodie, which San Antonio FC hoodie, wore my shorts, and that's how you roll right here in Texas. Shorts and hoodie, no matter what it is.
Nah, today's too cold for shorts, bro. I'm a short guy too, but hell nah, too cold, man. Too cold. Sam, I guess did they cancel school today or what?
None. We're chilling over here. It's not even that cold.
Yeah, Houston, a little bit more south, but I'm sure it's a little cold over there. So
San Antonio,
I just want to
canceled school yesterday or today, which I didn't really understand because you guys had ice, up in Austin, and you guys made national news with, unfortunately, the accidents. San Antonio was wet. It was chilly, but through here, and tomorrow they've already closed as well. So we will see.
Yeah, so my kids actually, their school got canceled too. They're out in Taylor, a little bit east of Austin. But yeah, their schools got canceled yesterday, to today, tomorrow, possibly Thursday. They're advancing those freezing. Just want to say, be careful out there if you're driving, if you got to travel, whatever you got to do. Please be careful. Be smart with the way you do it. And probably at this point, probably best to just stay home, hop on YouTube, and catch some Text Ring of Fire. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we're starting the show, right? Marcus, Onion. Sorry if I mispronounced it. Boo, Frisco. I think.
So, Onion. That's that.
Onion.
Actually, so that reminds me. We want to give a shout out to our newest people. We got Marcos. He's going to be giving us help with edits for Text Ring of Fire, and that's all around all 6 teams. Might be 7, 8 eventually. Within 5 years. And Young Dabber. He does the Texas card trading. I think that's what it's called, something like that. But he does the card trading, and he's part of the squad too. I do see Adis in the chat too, and he was, he's long distance, really strong affiliate of Text Ring of Fire also. So Frisco, shake my head. Y'all are not here today, but we're gonna go ahead and get into some preseason thoughts on the preseason games that are going on. Frisco, Dallas, you're not here to talk about it. I don't even know if anything has really gone on over there. It's hard to keep up with all this stuff. And then Sam has left the chat, but Houston doesn't have.
At least he made an appearance. He probably got upset.
Yeah, at least he was here, right? Hey, Houston, we know. There we go. Let me put him on. There we go. Boom. But we're going to get into some thoughts of the games, and then we're going to break some Claudio news. We got 29. He's, like I said, we got Dallas people here. I see him already waiting to come on, and that's interesting. Last night we were in a Twitter space for We Are Austin. Shout out to them boys, man. That Twitter space was intense. I was on the edge of my seat the whole entire time, and I could not believe my ears. I was just like, this is really going on? All right. Brace yourself, because this is real right here, boy. This is what it's about. We'll get into that. Thank you for all that, and then we'll get into some club transfers, listener questions, whatever you guys got going on. So go ahead and get into some preseason. We had Philadelphia, Austin FC. Austin FC played Philadelphia Union. The starting lineup, man, was Bersano, Culminate, Keller, Cascante, Jimenez, Jafal, Valencia, Noel, Driussi, Redes, and Zardes. So something that's very notable, Bersano. Bersano starting as keeper, giving him a chance. I think Wolf is what he's trying to hit here is trying to see what he got with his playing cards pretty much. He got Bersano. He has Damian Las. And man, honestly, I'm low-key a Damian Las fan because I want to see him play. I want to see him get some minutes. I want to see what he's got. I'm really curious. I'm curious if maybe he's too young, if Wolf's just not giving him, he was in the Fulham Academy, I believe. So I want to see some minutes from him. But Bersano, Cascante scored and Noel, he scored. He was one of our draft picks out of Pittsburgh, sorry. And we had also Philadelphia. They scored Bedoya, Bueno, and Donovan. So they won 3-2 that preseason match, right? Tough, man. Tough loss. I think that
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Whether you win or lose.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's about getting minutes.
It doesn't matter. But it's about the confidence, right?
It's not even about the confidence. It's
Bersano. Okay, so what I want to get into is the Bersano. We'll get into that. He started the next game also. But Bersano's positioning is, man, bro, it's bad. Do you know anything about Matt Bersano?
I don't know.
Sam, I know you're
Yeah,
knowledgeable in this game.
He's the San Jose Open Cup leaders of penalty saves or something like that. Balled
Yeah,
out.
you guys know about San Jose, right?
Yeah.
It's just I'm messing with you, Sam. I know you're tired. So that game, man, we had a few different changes in that game. We had obviously a second half team that came in. Let's see, Cascante scored in the 27th minute, so it was 1-1 at halftime. Shout out to the North End podcast because those guys and We Are Austin TV were putting in a lineup together for us, right? We didn't know. All we had to go off of was pictures, video, and Philadelphia really sharing that kind of content with us. Where they call, I don't know if they call themselves the Crumb Boys or something like that, but appreciate it tuning in from West Texas, El Paso. Appreciate it. Hope you're staying warm. But the boys put in the lineup. Put up a lineup for us together. They put it out as an edit, and that's where I get a lot of my information from. If you don't follow them, you got to, man. You got to. Those boys keep us informed. And Julio was captain at some point. Julio Cascante. Now, you guys know how I feel about Julio Cascante.
He's your best friend.
He's a lot of people's best friend. And that's what I've noticed. You know what I mean? That kind of friend, I'm going to be your friend, but I'm not going to criticize you because you are my friend. And to me, it shouldn't be that way.
And that's something that hopefully we won't do as a show. Is if there's criticism to give, that we're fair, but we're also not going to cherry pick. No matter we're San Antonio if they're playing like crap, we need to call them out for it, and same for Austin and Houston, Dallas, and El Paso and RGV if we're able to get people on from them.
Yeah. So that game happened, man. We lose it 3-2. It's fine. Notice Valencia and Noel. Noel got on the score sheet. Valencia, he starts. Next game, we play Cincinnati, January 27th. Same thing, Bersano adding goalkeeper. But we have Gallagher. We have Mazzaferro, which is a draft pick for us. Kip Keller, super draft pick from last year. Jimenez. Let's see. Yep. Second start for him. We got in the middle. We got Ring, Valencia, Fagundes. Actually, David Rodriguez. I think David Rodriguez was more in the middle and Fag was probably on the wing, but hard to tell, right? But David Rodriguez, he's an ATXFC 2 player. So him being on the field is getting some playing time with the squad, trying to get affiliated with, just the style of play that Austin plays. It's good to see him finish confidently, finish remarkably, be calm in those situations when you have Driussi giving you balls, Faundes giving you balls. Just being humble, and taking advantage of your opportunity. So good to see that there. And then Finley and Redes supposed to be playing a 9. That's what I saw in the lineup, but that's confusing. But if that's what we're doing out there to get Redes some goals, get him some confidence, I'm for it. I guess I'm for it.
So they bring up an interesting point with Redes.
Okay.
He is not. He has underperformed. I don't think there's any question about that. I think 2/3 of the Austin fan base want him gone, right? They thought that he wouldn't be gone. With him here, and I know there's a pun that if he's on the field, typically Austin's not getting 3 points along those lines here. Does Redes have a role on this team for this year?
I mean, he has to, bro. He has to. It has to work. Austin FC, I think at this point they feel like they need to win with this guy because the amount of money they spent on him, he's a U22 spot.
Mm-hmm.
It's
one of their first big splash signings too.
It was our first signing.
Oh, the very first one. Okay.
It was the very
I knew
first
he was
signing.
up there. I didn't know 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, no, very, very first signing for Austin FC. So you're right. I think Austin FC is just like, or Josh, because we'll get into that.
Austin FC.
But he's sporting director now, quote unquote. But so we lose that game also with Cincinnati. Austin FC did tweet it was going to be 4 30-minute halves.
Yeah.
Do that math. 4 30-minute halves.
Right. Yeah, 2 hours.
No, it's 4 30-minute quarters.
Oh.
But it confused a lot of people. It threw a lot of people off because they were like, how do you get 4 30-minute halves? Like, how does that work out? But everyone knew the concept, right? They knew it was going to be 30, 30, 34 of them. Comes out to be 120 minutes, right? 120 minutes. We lose that game, 3-2. David Rodriguez, like I said, he does score in that goal. And Zardes also scores in that goal. From across from Driussi, they hit Zardes' head into the back of the net. Now, you want to see that teamwork already building up early preseason. That's beautiful to see. The pass that, got to Driussi was from Rioni. So Rioni is, making plays, right? Good to see. We come back home. We play El Paso Locomotive February 4th at St. David's Performance Center. And we also play St. Louis City Soccer Club, right? The guys you play. Louisville City.
Louisville City.
Yeah. We play them the 11th of February, St. David's Performance Center, most likely at 11 a.m. Now this is a game that you probably can go to Verde Hill, watch it from Verde Hill. You got your binoculars. That's the best time to pull them out because that's probably the only way you're going to be able to watch this game. It is closed to the public, but us Austin fans, we find a way, and we're blessed to have that hill. So we'll be there. They did announce that we'll have a game against Sacramento Republic at Q2 Stadium, February 15th, but also closed to the public.
So it was closed. Wow.
Yeah, it's closed to the public. Yeah. So try to get some credentials for that game, Austin FC. If you can give Texas Ring of Fire some credentials,
I'm kind of surprised by that. I figured that would be
I think
season ticket men or a supporters group.
What I think they do, why they do that, is because they're trying to build anticipation for everyone for the first game. I think that's why they do it. But Sam, I want you to touch on your preseason real quick. No games have gone on. You did have a game against Toluca coming up, but that game was changed. Tell us about what has changed and what's going on with Houston preseason.
So basically tomorrow is our first preseason game we're going against America. I think it's all of the matches are closed so far, except we're gonna have an open match on February 18th. But originally, it was gonna be we're in Mexico City right now. We're gonna be there, I think, until February 8th, and then we're gonna go to Fort Lauderdale, where but originally we were gonna go against Toluca, but they had a game rescheduled because of field conditions, and since it got rescheduled exactly to February 1st, the day we were rematching them, they had to find another opponent, and America volunteers. So now we're going against America, and then we're gonna go against, I think, February 5th. We're going against Tlaxcala FC, which is a second division team, and then we're gonna go against Pumas on the 8th, I believe, and then we're gonna head over to Fort Lauderdale, where on the 11th we're gonna go against Montreal, and then on 15th, Palinstad's gonna go against his former team in Columbus, and that was announced today.
All right. And what do you expect out of that America game? I guarantee, it's going to be tough for you guys.
Well, so I think the main thing is Olsen and Arthur, who's supposedly going to be the new captain. They spoke today on a Zoom conference, I think around 2, and basically they just talked about kind of what was going on, because this is the first time they Olsen and them have really talked to media besides on the first day of training. And basically the main things was that they said they want to win now, of course, but they said that they're building the blocks they want to be, so that even if they don't get there this year, they want to be there next year and for years to come. They want to be a repeat competitor. And then the main thing I saw is they said, Olsen mainly said that Ache, although he didn't perform last season, he said to expect a complete new person. He said basically to disregard last season's performances and said this team's going to be completely different. So whatever that means is we don't really know exactly what his playing style is. He experimented so much in DC. So people are saying he's going to do a 5-4-3. But if he does a 5-4-3, the question is who's going to be in the midfield. Who's gonna be up top with Sebas, who's delivering the service. And I think the main question is right now, how are you gonna line up tomorrow? And they asked him that question. He basically danced around the question, basically saying we're experimenting, and we'll know by opening day.
Yeah, well, Dallas has been exciting. We'll get into some transfers a little later on in the show. I'm excited to do that. You know what I mean? But
I saw Sam for a second.
I saw Sam too for a second, right? He does exist. He's real, guys. That's what he wanted to let you know. But we also had some breaking news in Austin FC. Everybody knows about what's going on with the U.S. men's national team out in Qatar, right? We
it's
had
not even in Qatar. It's the stuff that happened when they came back, right?
Well, it was in Qatar. It was in Qatar because Gio got advised ahead of time that he was not going to be pretty much a role play. He was not going to be a part of the team or something along those lines, right?
Right, but the shit hit the fan after
the
they
World
came
Cup.
back and
Right.
Greg.
But during the World Cup, people were already on the
they
fact
were still whining.
that there was an injury. They were saying there was an injury, right? And
they lied, yeah.
they were saying there wasn't an injury. And then he didn't get no playing time. And then they were like, is Greg kind of holding out on, Gio? And then people started saying, hey, Kurt Claudio's, so-and-so, whatever, right? So this is what came out with Claudio Reyna. He has transitioned into technical advisor role from club sporting director. Josh Wolf will now serve as club chief soccer officer on an interim basis and lead Austin FC sporting department. Sean Rubio, who has been there since August 2020, has been promoted to interim sporting director as part of the restructuring. So, without further ado, you know what I'm saying? I want to bring in my boy, 29. last night. He was a part of the We Are Austin stream. Welcome, my boy 29. You there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So last night
Good.
I saw you on the We Are Austin live Twitter. The
Spaces.
I can't remember what they call it. Twitter Space. There you go. Twitter Space that they have. And dude, you took my breath away with everything you were saying. I was like, how the hell is this going on? So, break it down, a little bit, and give us a little bit of what you got to tell us.
Well, my thing is, do people know who I am? Obviously you have your live people right now, but like people are gonna come back to your YouTube and watch it because they're.
I have no idea. Yeah. So let us know who you are, I guess. Yeah, and where my people could find you at.
Well, it's not even about knowing where you can find me at, but I mean it's Diego Mendoza 29 on Twitter. But
okay.
Do we have to?
And it's private. It's private, right?
It's private. I have to accept it. It's private. I have to accept you, but.
So why is it private?
Oh, just
private
because.
guy?
Yeah, I mean, just because, bro.
You can't ask
It's
somebody
exclusive.
that.
It got to be exclusive, right?
It's exclusive,
you got to be
bro.
exclusive.
It's exclusive,
right.
bro. It's exclusive. I opened it for an
You're
hour.
looking at his picture. He's got a fancy car and all that stuff. Come on.
But
he's from LA.
So I live in Dallas, but yeah, I go back and forth. But so we can get right into it, man. So my name is Diego. I go by the name of 29 on Twitter. I'm quite
29. So I'm 22. How'd you get 29?
It's the day I was born.
Okay.
April 29. So I have it tattooed on my neck. And so
no shit.
It's
I don't have a tattoo nowhere.
You need to get a 22 tattoo right here, bro.
Yeah.
A 22 tattoo. But
we'll think about it.
So the reason I got invited to the We Are Austin Spaces last night, through H. I think y'all know H. That's We Are Austin. Yeah,
of course.
That's my guy.
Mm-hmm.
He reached out to me and basically said they were doing a space last night and Claudio, they were talking about the off season. I mean, they had a good amount of viewers there. They ended up recording it and posting it later, and it looked like it blew up. But so the reason he reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to join was for Reyna conversations. I jumped in there and then he hit me up and said, "You trying to talk about Reyna?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And so the reason he hit me up and asked me that is because when all that drama unfolded in Qatar and the tournament ended, I went on a Twitter space with my friend Jay Hernandez, who does all these U.S. national team spaces on Twitter, like on a weekly basis. There's about 1,500 people on there, and I decided to leak what actually happened in Qatar. And people were like, well, "How does he know this? How does he know this?" And
let me just stop you there real quick, bro. So you share this information, right?
Yeah.
How what gives what makes you just share the information with all of us? Like,
what made me do it then and that spaces was I was just like, fuck it. I'm gonna just because there was so much speculation up to why Gio wasn't playing. There was a debate of why Gio isn't playing and all that good stuff. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go out. I'm gonna just tell him why. Like, why? I mean, fuck it. Why not? Like, I'm just holding on to this information. Like, who's going to come for me? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no one that was going to come for me to check me on that. So I was like, I have this information. I was told this information. And
you know Gio? You know Gio?
Like, I know the Reyna family. Yes, I know the Reyna family.
So this was told to you from obviously a pretty reliable source.
So that's the thing. That's how it's like. It's for me to like I got to go to the start of all this to like kind of give you an understanding of where I come from. I jumped on the spaces, man, and I broke all this news, all this tea that happened in Qatar that nobody knew about.
Well, I mean, and then
a week later, it all came out, and people were like, "Holy fuck, he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying."
Yeah,
and so I gained a huge cult following from that. And here's the thing about me: I've always been close to a lot of people around the U.S. men's national team. Weston McKennie is one of my closest friends. It's a brother to me. He just had that big move to Leeds. filmed podcasts. I filmed 3 podcasts today just off that.
Oh, I
And
know.
so-
Yeah. I
yeah,
heard yesterday
so-
on.
But anyways, so I earned my stripes about a week later. For that whole week, that people were just talking about the spaces, and
Mhm.
saying, "Do we believe it? Should we believe it? We don't know if this is true. Who is this guy? Blah 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 blah." And then about a
Yeah,
week
because
later,
you could come in and be random
say
and
whatever,
start
say
some,
whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
right, yeah, and get people going, and everyone's like, oh, this is real.
But then a week later, when mainstream media picks it up, and everything that I said comes out, you're kind of like, oh shit, like that really happened, and so that's kind of how I got into this.
So
field,
that's not, you hit a point and you said that you knew that this was gonna happen, like you saw it coming, right?
Yeah, people around the Reyna family knew that, like, listen, there was probably going to be some movement in the Reyna family, specifically the dad, so Claudio. So
All right, so let's get into what happened at the World Cup. You know, what did really happen at the World Cup?
Let's take it back to Qatar. So essentially, you guys know, I'm sure you guys gonna have a lot of U.S. fans to watch this tomorrow morning, I'm assuming, when they come back and revisit this. You guys know the situation. Greg and Gio had a falling out at the World Cup. The narrative, the original reasoning for Greg coming out and saying that he told Gio Reyna he was going to have a limited role before the first game of the tournament was because he was lazy and just not responding to coaches and felt entitled and basically being a brat. But he also said during the World Cup that he was hurt. So his story already contradicted. Is it that he was being lazy in training, or was he hurt? Because if you're hurt, you shouldn't be expecting your player to be going 150 in 100-degree weather. So his story had already been caught in the mix. His story had already been proven that he's just talking out his ass, right? So that, long story short, that's the topic, right? The Gio and Greg fallout. That's the topic, right? That's the main topic. What happened was Gio was just not responding to orders from Greg about pressing and training. That's just not who Gio Reyna is. He's not a player who's in a press.
So that's what the big problem is here.
That's what the big problem was in training from a sporting side of it. It's Gio wasn't pressing and training, and he was walking around, and I guess it just looked like he was out of shape, or he just didn't care. And so Greg took that as disrespect, and he basically made an example out of Gio. And then it got allegedly to Greg, it got to the point that he couldn't deal with it anymore. So he was going to express it to the federation and everyone else around the U.S. team and say, listen, I can't deal with this kid. He's being a distraction for us. Let's send him home. He spoke to Gio's parents about that, Claudio and Danielle, and said, listen, your son, it ain't working out for him here. It's just not working out for him. He's being lazy. He's being a brat. He's being entitled. He's just a bunch of different things. And he basically expressed to Gio and his parents that, listen, I'm considering sending you home. And his parents are like, what? And he's like, listen, like, I'm not going to deal with this. Like, this is no one player is bigger than the national.
And this is almost like drama type, like club soccer type.
This is high
lower
school
level
drama.
like
This is high school drama.
Lone Star type, Texans
this is
type
Dallas,
drama.
Texas, Lone Star SC,
right?
Houston Dynamo,
you know what I'm saying? This is all that
bro.
parents get involved, right?
Yes, bro. It's nepotism at the finest level, bro. But so Greg expresses that to his parents and Gio himself, like, listen, you got 2 options, son. Either I send you back to Germany or I send you back to the United States. Like, where do you want to go? You want to go vacation in the United States, or you want to go home to Germany and join the club and join your club? And it was just nasty, bro. And that's when the whole Danielle and Claudio get nasty with it and say, listen, I'm not saying we're gonna do this, but remember what you were doing when you were 18 years old. You remember that incident? Back in college.
Pretty much trying to defend his character.
Yes, and just trying to here's the thing: people are taking it as a blackmail. It wasn't blackmail. It was simply like, listen, you're on my son for being an 18, 19-year-old kid, 20-year-old kid. But remember what you were doing at 18. And no one held you liable for that. We talked about it. You figured it out with your then girlfriend, now wife, and we moved on. Why are you coming from my son's character? Why are you trying to send him home? Why are you putting all these false narratives out about him? And here's the thing. The situation was already dealt with in Qatar. Gio apologized. He said, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry that I wasn't following instructions. My bad, coach. I'll step it up. The situation is handled. It's done. It's done, bro. It's done. And then Greg comes out after the World Cup, after the summit, and starts talking about, well, there was a player in Qatar that he was just so bad. His character was ugly. All the things he said at the summit. And that's just that. It's just his parents felt betrayed by Greg because, like I said, they go way back to college.
Yeah.
And they basically felt betrayed by Greg. And that was it. That was the downfall of everything. Like, it got ugly after that, bro. It's just a bunch of back and forth between them, and Gio having to go on social media and releasing that statement. The federation releasing a statement on an investigation about Greg. Greg came out with a statement, bro. It just got ugly. It got ugly, and it all started because Gio's just not the type of player to press in training, and Greg didn't like that. He thought Gio felt entitled. He thought Gio felt entitled, so he made an example out of him. He told him his role was limited. He was damn near close to sending him home. His parents got involved. It was back and forth. It was ugly in Qatar. There was a lot of tension in Qatar at the U.S. camp, at the hotel, at the resort, at the Thanksgiving party that they had for the team and the families and their families and friends there. There was just a lot of tension, and then it leaked over to post Qatar when Greg did the summit, and from there, bro, it's been ugly between the Greg family and Greg's family and Claudio and the Reyna family, and so yeah, I mean that's essentially what happened.
Yeah, so that happens to Qatar, and that's pretty ugly,
yes.
like you say, and I'm guaranteed it ruins a lifetime of friendship between two soccer legends, U.S. men's national team
Bro, they
legends.
were teammates, bro. They've known each other since high school, bro.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
and they helped each other. I'm guaranteed they helped each other elevate each other to where they are at this point, including Josh Wolf. Josh Wolf is in that mix too. So Josh, I guarantee he's like, oh, get me away from this. Like get me away. But so we fast forward. Claudio Reyna, like I said, he's transitioned into technical advisor. He's still with Austin FC. A lot of us, whenever this news came out, we're like, man, is it going to affect him and the club? In the end, it did, right? He's in a lower role, but he's still with Austin FC. Last night, you kind of shared some news that they offered him to not even be with the club anymore. I like the words you chose. He was going to go to war for his son, regardless of losing his job with Austin FC, regardless of ever having a job in this fucking thing, ever again, right? And he was going to do it. And I understand because I have a boy too, right?
Same.
I understand. I understand.
I get it. You get it. You understand.
I get it.
And you don't care who's in the way. You're going to do what you got to do for your son. And that's how Danielle feels as well.
So tell us about his options that I guess were then on the table for Claudio returning from Qatar.
So
post Qatar.
So like I said last night, technically, the situation that happened in Qatar has nothing to do with Austin FC, right? Technically, right?
None.
Because it's the U.S. Federation.
Zero.
That's one enterprise.
But
Austin FC is another enterprise. But
politics.
But politics. Guess what? The drama circled around Claudio Reyna, who is employed by Austin FC. So that's the correlation, right? That's why it's going to directly affect y'all. So here's the chat. As soon as this happens, the first person to reach out to Claudio Reyna is Anthony Precourt, owner of Austin FC.
Oof.
So the first person to reaches out to Claudio and wants to hear his side of the story. Basically, simple conversation. Hey, what's going on, brother? Like, talk to me. What's going on? What do you need? What can we do to move forward from this? What solution do we have? Well, first of all, making sure he's good, right? But besides that, like making sure he's good, reaching out to the family, just saying, hey, what, like anything we could do, any assistance we can be, all that good human stuff, right? That humanitarian stuff. But when it comes
which is good.
Yeah, which is
fine.
good. But that's already known. But when it came to business side of it, because there is going to be a business side of it, you know, Anthony does own the club, and Reyna is his sporting director. So, and now that we've gotten that out the way, now that I know you guys are going to be fine at the end of the day because you guys are going to stick together as a family, that's cool. Let's talk about business wise. What do we need to do to make sure that this doesn't affect our season? Because we're not going to send you into a presser, and the first thing you're questioned with is what happened to Qatar, because that's a distraction to the club. You know, that could
take over. Yeah, that
takes over your whole preseason. And what Anthony has been able to build in Austin FC in 2 seasons is I've never seen it from a club. You've seen Inter Miami invest so much money, and they still haven't reached the success that you guys have done in 2 seasons. You guys were in the conference finals this past season, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what Anthony's built in Austin, he's trying to protect. You know,
right.
And so
that's his son.
That's his son. Austin FC is Anthony's son, and so he's trying to protect that brand. And at the moment, his sporting director is involved in the biggest controversy in USMNT history, and that's probably all the reporters are gonna ask him every day. You're not gonna be able to get away for it. You're not gonna be able to get away for it. You're not gonna be able to run and hide from it. It's the biggest scandal in U.S. history.
Yeah.
So it's a big distraction. So the way that Anthony approaches is like, what can we do to make sure that this isn't a distraction going forward? And it's either you resign as a whole from the club, take some time off, go spend time with your family, with your son and your wife, do what you got to do. And maybe or maybe not, the door will be open later down the road, or take a lesser role, just still be involved in the club, but in behind the scenes as an advisor, and just work from the back room, and just not be at the press conferences, not be at the game, you know, just stuff like that, not being in the limelight, not being the face of the club. Because right now there's just too much turmoil on your name. And
because from what I understand, they hired him at this club before they even hired Josh Wolf. You know, he was first. You know, he was
their guy. That's their guy.
That's the guy.
That's what I'm saying. That's Anthony's guy. That Anthony Hand chose him.
Okay, so have you heard anything about maybe Claudio possibly, you know, being in this role, right? And Josh Wolf is stepping up, and Sean Rubio, but you know, all this little stuff that they want to feed us to our ear, right? But still, in essence, you know, limelight, Claudio Reyna is still a sporting director for Austin FC and still out there scouting and still
Listen,
out there.
as far as I know, Claudio Reyna is still calling all the shots. He just don't have that title anymore, and you won't be seeing him at the press conferences. You know, he's still the puppet master.
Master of puppets.
He's still.
Did I not say that earlier?
Puppets, bro. He's a master of puppets.
He can't be in the limelight right now.
Exactly.
It's bro. It just happened a month ago, bro. And
how do you feel? How do you feel about all this? Like, are you pro Reyna? Are you?
Oh, bro, I gotta be pro Reyna, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a Reyna stan, man. Gio, Claudio, and Danielle. That's a beautiful family right there, bro. I'm all about them. I'm a big admirer of Giovanni, just in general, of his game. And I don't think he's a lazy entitled kid either. I just think he has a certain personality and swagger to him that comes off as maybe entitled to Greg.
That's because ego. I see ego.
That's and you know what? Someone of his caliber can have ego. It is what it is, bro. Gio's a part of a new generation. This new generation they know they got it. Like, they know they're good. And Greg's trying to take that from him. Bro, you saw what he did when he returned to the Bundesliga, bro. He said,
banger.
And then you know what he did. Memphis Depay's celebration, because Greg said we don't have a Memphis Depay on our roster. Bro, you have Christian who just won a Champions League. What do you mean? Like what do you mean you don't have a Memphis Depay? So bro, that was a direct, like, just to keep it real with you, bro, that was a direct fuck you from the Reyna family, saying that was what it was. So it's that drama, bro, hasn't gone away. It's people thought it went away, and then Gio did that. So guess what the next question was for Claudio had he made that presser in preseason? Talk to us about your son's celebration. What does that mean? Was that a direct insult to Greg? You know? So there's no way Claudio would have hid from this. There's no way Claudio would have hid from this whatsoever. So Anthony simply took it upon himself as the owner, as the owner of the club, to just simply say, all right, what's the solution? And the solution was to just simply give Claudio a different role, to not be the face of the club. But you know what? Claudio's still making all the decisions, bro. He's still heavily involved. But there was a point in time during the preseason, or before the preseason began, that Claudio considered just stepping down as a whole in general, just leaving the club, just because he wanted to make sure his family was good, and he wanted to put his full attention to his family and just make sure Gio and his wife were good, and just take time away from MLS and just do his thing. So that there was speculation and the Reyna inner circle that he wasn't going to be involved with Austin FC this coming season at all. So
yeah, I hear you, man. I don't know if you guys can see me or not, bro, but I lost power out here in my house.
Yeah,
it looks like you're not there.
You got.
I see your shot. I see you a little bit.
You went to the dark side,
like,
man.
Dude. Like, my fucking power is out, bro. That's crazy. Shit, I don't even know what to. Sheesh.
You can. You can still you can still hear and see everything though, right?
Cool. Yeah. I mean, as long as I can finish this, I guess we're good, right? Might have to have an evacuation plan here pretty soon in the next 10 minutes. But
can you see everything? Can you hear everything still?
I can see you guys and I can hear you guys. So
okay, you just a little bit in the dark. Now we see you though. Bro. You see him, bro? I see him.
Yeah.
Can't see Sam, but we can still see you, even with no power, man.
All right. Well,
yeah, I can't see dude on the bottom left at all.
Yeah,
that dude's not here. But right, I see bottom dude on bottom top.
That's man, I appreciate all the insight and shit, man. What's the next time you're gonna see anybody famous that's in the game, man? I know you broke the Weston news pretty early and all that. How do you know these boys, man? What's the trick?
Nah, man. These are just relationships that I built over time, man. Weston, like I said, is one of my closest friends, man. I'm in the loop with him on a weekly basis, monthly. Like, I see it when Weston's in town, he's usually running around with me in the city. I'm just his boy here. That's my dog. That's my brother. I love him. So I spend a lot of time with him in Dallas when he's here, or whether it's Miami or LA or whatever, or when I go to Europe. So, yeah, that's just my guy. And then I have other good legit sources in the federation. Just people close to the federation. That's not to call Weston my source. He's not. The only thing me and Weston talk about are things going around in his life and stuff like that. But a magician never reveals his secrets, bro. So we'll keep my sources confidential, bro. A lot of people speculate who tells me these things, but I'm not gonna reveal those tricks just yet, man. Maybe never. But yeah, I just got a lot of friends, man. I just get out there and meet people and build relationships, man. So that's about it,
Yeah, I can't knock you, bro. Shit, I gotta walk around this damn house for some damn some service or something. Fucking, it's crazy. This damn this storm or whatever. I don't even know what's going on, really.
Yeah, bro. I'm in Dallas right now, bro. And it's fucking, bro. People can't drive.
Nah, but
whole city shut down.
I appreciate you reaching out, man. Fucking giving us some insight on what really happened out in Qatar. It's really unfortunate for Austin fans. I know you did say that you were going to come to the Sporting KC game. You got Johnny Russell. My son's name is actually Russell. That's
nice.
where I get RB. RB, my last name starts with a B, so it's RB22 Russell. Russell
okay,
B22.
okay.
So, Russell does run the family, but
That's my guy.
Johnny
Johnny
Russell was
Russell's
a
my guy.
baller too, bro. He's
Johnny
a
Russell is
baller
my
too,
guy, man.
bro. But what I can tell you is that you say you're gonna meet up with We Are Austin. Hey, let me know too, so that
For sure. No, we'll lock in when I go to the Sporting Kansas City game, bro.
Yeah, bro, you're gonna love it over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there for the Sporting Kansas City game. So I'll definitely reach out to you. I'll tell H to keep you in the loop, and we can hang out over there, and we can do another pod or do whatever. Hell, maybe I'll get fucking Johnny on here. Who knows? But yeah, man, I appreciate you having me on, bro. Whenever I did the spaces last night, bro, all morning, bro, I had Austin FC fans in my DMs asking me questions, bro. I was just like, they were just saying that you was doing this video or this live tonight, this podcast. They wanted me to talk about it. So I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. I was like, I'll get on and do it. So.
Nah, hell yeah, dude. I appreciate you being here, man. Shoot. It was a pleasure having you. It's crazy news. Stay warm, man. You're in Dallas, so stay warm, bro. I know it's bad over there right now.
It's crazy over here, but we'll get through it. It's just a little storm. Bro, anytime there's storm in Texas, bro, we move like it's like a apocalypse, man. We move like it's the apocalypse.
We
Man.
suffer, bro.
We do, bro. We don't have a plan in place when it snows here, bro. We just say don't drive and shut it. We just say don't stay off the roads and close down all the businesses. That's literally our plan.
And pray the power stays on.
Bro, there was a line of like 60 people at Target earlier, bro, just getting stuff. I'm like, bro, this yard crazy. It's fucking, bro. It's crazy, bro. I went to get stuff, but my dumbass went to Target just to get Starbucks. So I guess I'm crazy too.
Oh my. But, all right, bro. Well, shit, man. Appreciate you being here, dude. Shout out to We Are Austin. I know those are your boys. Those are actually our boys.
That's my boy H. That's my boy H.
One of the reasons. Bali too. Bali, he's one of the reasons why.
Shout out Bali as well. Shout out Bali.
Text Ring of Fire thing, man. It's been a pleasure, bro. So take care. We'll see you soon, and we'll see you here in Austin, bro. That way you can experience.
Bro, I love Austin. I love Austin, bro. I love Q2. I went to the FC Dallas playoff match last year in Austin. The stadium was rocking, bro. Stadium was rocking. Yeah. I was there for F1 weekend. There's a lot of stuff going on in Austin that weekend, so I was out there. I said, fuck it. Let me go to the playoff match. I hit up my FC Dallas Connect and said, man, get me into the game. It was sold out. Y'all sold out quick that game.
Quick, bro.
I got it. I was able to get in and I enjoyed the atmosphere, bro. But I also went to Q2 for the national team qualifier against Jamaica. So I've been.
Yeah,
Q2.
But you can't compare it to Austin.
No, you can't compare it at all. You can't compare it at all. But Q2, bro, at an Austin FC game, bro, I was definitely feeling it. I definitely enjoyed it. So I look forward to going there this summer for the Sporting Kansas City game. I'm gonna have to be on the Sporting Kansas City side though, bro. But
yeah, I heard
Johnny's
you last
my
night.
boy.
Right.
Johnny's my boy, bro.
So hey, so when you catch yourself watching our supporter section, I'll meet you at halftime just in case you want to come and try it out for a few minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, bro, I'll get in there, bro. I just, man, y'all boys are crazy, bro.
Yeah, if he's wearing Sporting KC colors, he won't.
Yeah, I'll probably be neutral, bro.
You can't wear those colors.
I'll just what colors are Austin FC besides green and black? Just green and black.
Yeah, bro. I mean, just wear white.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll just wear a white T-shirt and just with a little cap and just be. I'll just dress casual like a regular person. Like I have no side.
Boom. There you go, bro.
So yeah, bro. No, I appreciate you having me on, bro. I appreciate everything, bro. I look forward to keeping up with Austin FC during the season, bro. And if I hear anything else, bro, if something falls in my lap again, bro, I'll definitely let y'all know, man. Y'all can go ahead and break it.
I bet. That sounds good, man. Yeah, appreciate it, bro. Take care, man.
All right, bro. Y'all have a good night, bro. Y'all stay warm out there. All right, brother.
Sir,
y'all have a good night.
I go follow 29, y'all.
I put my request in. We'll see if I make it as a San Antonio FC fan.
I got. Oh, you from San Antonio?
San Antonio, yeah. I'm the wise one here.
We cover USL.
After you're done, I'll be going. I have a feeling, and I don't know if you want to hear this or not.
Go ahead.
The reason why I think Reyna got pushed out is because of the relationship between MLS and U.S. Soccer. I think U.S. Soccer is sided with, Berhalter, and that's why Reyna got pushed out.
Well, you got to understand that before Claudio was Anthony's guy, Greg was Anthony's guy.
Right, but
back in Columbus.
Yep.
But U.S. Soccer and Greg coordinated their releases of statements together because they were both out at the same time.
They were
out at the same time.
That's a little spicy take, San Antonio.
That tells me
take.
that
That's a spicy take, San Antonio. I like him though. You have a different perspective of things.
Yeah.
So.
Nah,
that's just my opinion.
Check us out, man. We cover USL and MLS, bro. It's not just Austin. We cover the MLS side.
Yo, I was a big fan of the youngster that you guys had in San Antonio that went to Europe.
Which one? Jose Gallegos.
Yeah, I like
went over to.
They've had
Denmark or Croatia or something. Denmark. Yeah, that boy's a ball.
Christian Pirano went over to Portugal.
Christian Pirano, man, that boy was.
MLS may be looking at him, or we're hoping he comes back to San Antonio. But
is San Antonio any plans of San Antonio ever going to the first division? No talk about
talk
that.
To RB.
We took that from him.
No.
The Austin clause with Precourt pretty much eliminated any chance, unless the only way I can see San Antonio gets it is if they go to 40. If MLS goes to 40, that's the only chance for that.
Okay, so for now you're just gonna be
no relegation.
For now you're just gonna be the biggest USL club in the league.
Yeah, no relegation.
And we own Austin, so Austin's our bitch, but that's all different.
Oh, those are fighting words, San Antonio. But all right, man. I appreciate y'all having me, man. Shout out to you, man, San Antonio. I keep up with Austin FC with the SAFC sometimes. I see them on the timeline randomly. So I think y'all won the championship, right?
Last year, yep.
Yeah, I won the championship. The goalie's from Dallas. He went to SMU, I believe.
Jordan Farr? Mm-hmm.
No, his backup. He's a SMU goalie. He's a youngster. I believe so. Yeah.
You're talking about the guy that came in. Yeah, I know what you're talking.
I'm talking.
We don't know if he's back yet as of yet. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, that's the reason that San Antonio started popping up on my timeline, because him and Joey Gallegos, I follow both of them, so your guys just started popping up, and I was like, oh, who's this club right here? It's an interesting club. So shout out to you guys, man. Keep it up, keep up the hard work over there. But
29.
Thank you so much,
bro.
29, 22, and I'm gonna nickname my boy right now San Antonio. That's his name. His nickname is San Antonio. I look forward to meeting y'all this summer, and let's definitely do some more stuff together, bro. But thank you for having me on here, brother. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for being here, man.
Y'all have a good night, bro.
Later, bro. All right, man. So honestly, I have no electricity here, so I was gonna get into some transfers.
The show, and then
I was gonna get into some transfers, but we'll see y'all probably tomorrow. Maybe we can go midday live. I need to get into some ATX, some Austin FC 2. Because we have so much news going on over there with the 2 team. But I just want to thank everybody who tuned in tonight. I appreciate you guys. I don't know how good or not good this broadcast was because of the damn service. Sunshine couldn't even make it. No Frisco. But, hey, give us a follow on Instagram. Go follow us on Twitter. Banter with us. Share your experiences at the games with us. We're still looking for an RGV guy. We're still looking for an El Paso guy. And if a Houston guy want to join too, go ahead. Dallas guy, man, if you just want to come on and talk whenever you want, you're welcome. I got Harry, my boy, my right-hand man, besides Alex LaFuente. We got Marco still in the chat, I'm sure. Young Dabber. We'll see y'all.
Jeremy Ryan.
Jeremy,
Hudson.
Team Reyna for life. Jeremy Wyrick. Let's get into that. He said, feel like I'm watching 29's podcast appearances all day because he's been in podcasts all day talking about Leeds and the West and stuff, doing big things over there. Ryan Vidales, 29 is the GOAT. I've heard a lot of good things about 29, so I was surprised that he actually reached out to us, try to join. He was tuning in from West Texas, El Paso, so I'm sure he's an El Paso Locomotive guy probably. Shout out to them. USL is growing right now. But I appreciate you, Harry, man. If y'all haven't hit that like button, hit the like button, subscribe button, hit the subscribe button, hit all those buttons. Leave a comment. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what we're not doing. What can we do better? I'm your host, RB22. That's Harry.
This is Harry from San Antonio.
Ram and
And
call.
Sam was on with us here and unfortunately had to bail as well here. So
Yeah, so later, Sam. We'll see you. Sunshine, no sunshine. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all soon, man. Stay better than my friends.